yesterday.
Okay.
Was specifically Charlie Kirk. So someone looked up, the hospital they took him to instead of where they would have taken him if he could have been saved. They took him like far away. So somebody Googled all that hospital. The supposed assassin was Googled 2 days before. A lot, like it suddenly spiked and it was from Washington D.C. And take a wild guess what other place?
Tel Aviv.
What?
Tel Aviv.
Yeah, it was newsreel IP addresses, and they searched, whoever this was searched every surgeon that worked at that hospital. My guess is to find one that would say whatever bullshit they want him to say. That
After
you could pay
the
off. The part where you got a distraction to have the shooting. That's how all of the assassinations have been done, including hip hop ones. Go watch rap interviews. They talk about shootings. They talk about someone firing a gun up the block, so everybody looks, and the other guy's right next to you and just touches your chest with a gun. So that's just standard procedure in a public assassination, as is making us watch it. We all had to, for some reason, see it, whether we wanted to or not. Like the Challenger exploding when I was a kid. They wanted us to see that boy when we were kids. They hyped it up, got us all sitting there so we could all watch the teacher explode. I'll never forget this because they pushed this, a teacher's going to space.
I remember all of it.
Shit.
We all went to the cafeteria that day. And the funny thing is, they didn't really have the technology to hook up live TV to a projector. So we're all in this huge auditorium. There's probably like 1,500 to 2,000 of us. And we're watching it on like a 22-inch CRT. But still, I'll tell you right now, as soon as it blew up, because everybody, when it went off, everyone's like, yay! They had all and then within 60 seconds, everybody's jaw was on the floor. It was a mass traumatic event. I truly do believe that.
And you know why he knows? Because he was in the dark occult, or Black Dianetics, as he renamed it. They love renaming shit. The Twilight language is NLP. There's a thing called Twilight language. And if you look it up on Wikipedia,
what does Twilight language mean, though? What does that mean?
It's from India. It's a Hindu thing, but it's basically just means programming a fucking person.
Do you know Scientologists aren't allowed to do NLP because it's weird. Scientology doesn't want you to do any other weird shit, and they think NLP is too similar to like brainwashing and shit.
Oh, did you know that he's connected to the Charlie Kirk church, and the Charlie Kirk thing is connected to both Scientology, and it's creepy as hell.
I actually am about to do a video about some of the highest level Scientologists spreading information internally that Charlie Kirk got a private tour of the Superpower building here in downtown Clearwater, was given a Scientology booklet about handling sources of suppression, and said Scientology saved his life. Now, to be honest, I think the Scientologists are lying about this, but this is what they're saying to each other.
Yeah. And their official story is dog shit. Okay, a 30-06, that is not possible if you ever shot a gun with a 30-06.
Yeah, 30-06 makes no sense.
Okay, it obviously, they don't give a fuck.
But he had a magical neck. Remember, you even said it.
Dude, no, the magic bullet's what killed Kennedy. A miracle neck bone that he had is what stopped the 30-06 from
but it's still
killing the guy making hand signals.
That was the craziest part about what's his name, Colvette, tweeting that out. He tweeted out like, Charlie was just superhuman, and by the grace of God, the bullet didn't go through. It's like, he still died, malaka. Like, what do you, like, there's no miracle here. He's dead.
Well, because the bullet that they said it would have hit the guy making hand signals behind him for sure. But okay, so a miracle.
They did say, although actually, Kurt, in all fairness, there's obviously a lot wrong here. I believe the guy you're referring to, the hand signals guy, is literally that dude who's like his spiritual advisor. Like that wasn't.
Is he a Mormon?
No,
no.
He's like he's a Christian guy. He's talked a lot.
Okay, so
I believe so. But
here's the deal.
In the comments.
There's one guy in the front. It looks like he could have a palm gun. He could. There's a couple where you see. The first time I saw it, it looked like the bullet, but maybe it was his earpiece flying out. There's 3 angles of 3 different people doing a thing. Oh, not to mention the guy that said.
Clicker. Yeah.
Not to mention the guy that said, now, what I thought was like the most believable at the time, but who the fuck knows, is that because you know how Israel pulled off that and the reason I thought about it was because Bibi was in the UN saying, remember when we blew up Libya with them pagers? Remember them pagers? Oh, that's a very interesting detail that I'm glad I didn't gloss over. Whoa. I wonder, now this is just speculation. I hope everyone will forgive me, but if Erika Kirk signed something like that.
I said the same thing. I believe she is. So Virginia at one point had like 250,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
So she was calling me a liar. She said I made up my accusations out of thin air. And it's like, dude, you're the CEO of an organization. You've never interviewed me. You've never had a conversation with me. I reached out to her saying, oh my God, I recognize Ghislaine in the media. I have screenshots of all of this. I posted all on my blog. And then she blocked me. And then another survivor reached out to me because I also reached out to her attorney, Brad Edwards. I sent him an email and I got this message back saying, to a survivor friend of ours who was really good friends with Maria Farmer, and therefore, would hear about Virginia also. And they were like, oh, they don't trust her. She's appropriating their story. They're the real victims. And Brad.
That's a very strange way to behave. Now,
Yes!
By contrast, if you ever saw Anneke Lucas talk,
Yes.
I have never seen Anneke Lucas talk about anyone that way as if she thought it was an IP that someone's infringing on. It reminds me of the stupid secret space program Blue Avian bullshit from that guy who then got sued and had to say, yeah, I made it because he wanted to make the money. I forget the guy's name.
Right.
Corey Good. So, but by the way, of course there's a secret space program. I don't know the extent of it, but obviously there's a military secret one of, Corey Good and David Wilcock, the reincarnation of Edgar Casey, David Wilcock and Corey Good. Of course there is a secret space program. I'm not saying it's all the crazy shit that they say, but they're going to put people out who are going to be like, we own this property.
Well, there's programs for everything. Everything's a secret until it's not a secret. I mean,
that's what Jimmy Dore found out with Force the Vote, because that was AOC's idea to force Congress to vote on Medicare for all. AOC pushed that like the phony ass fucking bitch she is. And then when Jimmy was spearheading it, they all tried to kill it. All these people you see that are supposed to be for it, like your crystal balls and your fucking, it's real strange. And you know why they tried to kill it? Because we can't do that vote. If we force the vote, first of all, it won't pass. So what? Let's see who's against you have a Medicare, right? That was, AOC said that. No, Kevin McCarthy could become Speaker of the House was the reason they can't do it.
Right, I remember that.
So then guess what happened? Unrelated to that, Kevin McCarthy became the fucking Speaker of the House.
Right.
Okay. Oh, and the Democrats let Roe v. Wade go away. The thing they said could happen if you dared to do this thing. So not only they not try for shit, all the shit happened anyway. And then when Kevin McCarthy got replaced by Republicans who were sick of that idiot, the Democrats who were saying it would be a nightmare were like, oh, look, the Republicans are getting rid of Kevin McCarthy, one of the adults in the room. Now, why does no one remember that? I remember because I'm on a goddamn news show and I can't forget none of this.
Right.
But when I talked to one of my friends from the Hollywood area, they still think the COVID thing was how they said it was. And they still think Ukraine's the good guys of the thing. They still think that. Ukraine's winning. They still think that. Okay.
It's wild to
nothing
see.
to say about Israel, too, by the way. Not good or bad. I don't want to get involved in that one. You are the dumbest cattle on the planet. And so it's great to have you take these up because I wouldn't have known myself to look for like, and I could be tricked for sure. But the thing is, once I put it together, you can't keep tricking me. That's all. It's not.
No, that's exactly it. That's exactly.
So once I go, hey, wait a minute, it's not going to continue.
They're tricking the men too. So they're offering these honeypot contracts to the girls to take down and handle these men.
What do you mean?
Well, so I was offered like fake relationship contracts. I'm apparently this man's handler to keep him in line so that
that's a very interesting detail that I'm glad I didn't gloss over. Whoa. I wonder, now this is just speculation. I hope everyone will forgive me if Erika Kirk signs something like that.
I said the same thing. I believe she is.